Hello everyone. Welcome to the fourth and final part of OpManager's free training series. So the goal of this training session is to simplify network monitoring and help you utilize OpManager in the best way possible. I hope this objective gets met by the end of this session. I would also like to let you know that there are a group of panelists with us today. Please feel free to raise your queries on the chat panel and they'll be happy to answer all the questions right away. To introduce myself, I'm Arjun, working for ManageEngine OpManager for more than a year now, and today I'll help you take a simple approach to integrating add-ons and third-party applications with OpManager. I'm glad to meet you all in this training session. So this is the schedule that we've gone through so far. So on 18 January, we discussed network discovery in detail. On 25th, we talked about network monitoring in depth. And on the third week, that is February the 1st, we talked about alerts, reports, and network mapping in OpManager. And today we'll be wrapping up this training series by discussing about the various add-ons and integrations, including the third-party applications with which you can integrate OpManager. And please note that all these four parts happen in two different time zones. One is 6 a.m. GMT and the other one is 11 a.m. EDT. So depending on your convenience, you can attend either of these sessions. Also note that we'll be sending you a copy of the training video along with the presentation by tomorrow for your future reference. So let's dive in. Let's talk about add-ons and integrations. Going through the agenda for the day, we'll first look at the various add-ons available in OpManager and its benefits. Then we'll be discussing about the various third-party integrations with which OpManager can seamlessly integrate. And finally, we'll talk about mobile application that is available for OpManager that will allow you to monitor your network on the go. So let's get started with this question here. What is an add-on? So basically, an add-on is an additional module that enhances OpManager's capabilities, but it does not require any additional installations. It comes bundled with the product, and you just need to purchase a suitable license to activate the required add-ons. Now that you're familiar with what an add-on is, let's discuss about the add-ons available under OpManager. There is more to IT operations management than just monitoring the devices and interfaces in your network. You have to analyze your network traffic and bandwidth consumption. Then you have to configure firewall policies to enhance network security. You have to monitor the IP addresses and switch ports in your network and identify rogue devices, and carry out enterprise-level configuration changes, and also obtain in-depth visibility into the applications running in your network. So what OpManager's diverse add-ons help you do is achieve all of the above said things under a single console. Let's get a quick overview of the add-ons that are available with OpManager. Let's start with NetFlow Analyzer, which is on the top right corner. Using this add-on, you can monitor network traffic, their patterns, and bandwidth usage. And below that, we have Firewall Analyzer, which will help you ensure the safety and security of your network environment, especially considering the increasing number of attacks on enterprises worldwide. This will come in real handy. And next, we have Applications Manager, which is basically the plugin. You could make use of the Application Manager to proactively monitor all your business critical applications and resolve any trouble that may arise even before it impacts the end users. And next is OpURLs, using which you can monitor your ports and IP addresses and help you to keep a track of all the occupied and unoccupied IPs and ports in your environment. And then we have Network Configuration Manager, using which you can manage your network device configuration, automate your policy-based changes, and ensure compliance of your network devices with industry standards, in addition to maintaining up-to-date firmware and avoiding any firmware vulnerabilities. So what are the benefits of add-ons? So add-ons have these advantages, which makes the OpManager experience even more, elevates it to a different level. So let's say you want to perform certain actions such as understanding traffic patterns, manage configuration changes, or you want to manage your switches, IP addresses, or ports. So now to perform each of these actions, you need a separate tool for which you need to procure and install them in your network environment and get the appropriate licenses. All these in total consume a lot of time and effort, right? So now with OpManager, the major benefit of add-ons is that you get the chance to consolidate features of multiple products in OpManager and manage them in a single console. Unlike other tools, deploying an add-on is quick and easy here. So these add-ons come bundled with the product, meaning there is no need to download and install an additional exe file. And OpManager add-ons support a wide range of vendors. And because add-ons come bundled up with OpManager, so the same security and privacy policy applies to the add-ons as well. So your data is safe and secure. So we spoke about what an add-on is and its benefits. Now you might want to know how to enable these add-ons. So as mentioned earlier, these add-ons come with bundle within the product, and they are pre-installed. All you have to do is purchase and apply a single license for OpManager with the additional modules included in the same license, and then enable these modules within OpManager. Let's see this in the UI. Wait a second while yeah. So here you can, let's go to, we have the UI here. Click on the gear icon, and here we have all the modules. So once you have purchased the appropriate module, you can check if the add-ons you have purchased are enabled here. So here we can see that all have been ticked, and once you click on save, they become part of your OpManager package, and you'll be able to access those add-ons in OpManager. And to add the devices added in add-ons to OpManager, let's go to settings, and here under discovery tab, here we have discovery settings, and here we see discover add-on devices here. And once we enable this, so as long as the respective modules enable, and whenever the device gets added to OpManager, and you can also add selected devices alone, and we can do that by going to the settings, and under the configuration tab we have this quick configuration wizard, and here we have discovered add-on devices. Here you can choose the respective devices and then click on the discover button down to the top right corner. So we went through this. Now let's get going with flow analysis. So OpManager's NetFlow Analyzer add-on, which is a flow-based traffic and bandwidth monitoring solution. So using this add-on, you'll get complete visibility on how your bandwidth is actually being used. You can view which users and which apps are consuming bandwidth, and at what time your bandwidth is being consumed. So in OpManager, you can find the NetFlow tab. Let's go to network here, and here we have flow analysis. So we see all the devices that have already been added, the router name, IP address, all the details. And once you click on a particular device, we get the drill down. Wait a second before it loads. Okay, we'll do that again. Okay. We'll try that again another. Here, flow analysis. We'll try out one more particular device if the details get populated, or else we'll get going with the other features as well, which Here we can see the flow details, so received flows, the deviations. This is between particular time intervals. So here we can see 7. And further down, average received flows, last received flow. You can also check drop flows within 1 minute average. And then we have traffic shaping details as well. Then a 10-minute average. What is the max speed, the average speed within the network, the volume that is being transmitted. And here the interface, we get all the interface pertinent details, the in traffic, out traffic, the interface name. You can drill down to various level utilization. Here the application specific details as well, the breakdown into. Here we can see what application is taking up. And protocol based breakdown as well. And this is basically the source and destination traffic. So here you can see the IP address, the sources from these IP address, how much they're taking up, the volume, resolved IPs, and where these traffic is being originated from, your location, and vice versa, which is the destination. Here the quality of service. Conversation is all about the top talkers in your network. So we have source, destination, application, and traffic details here. Cloud services and users that are, we'll get a proper breakdown of users that have accessed the device. So here, let's go back to network and go to flow. And here, let's go to wait, yeah. So here under flow, we see the play icon. So you can see basic details of the interface traffic here. So once you click on all the instantly, the in and out traffic, utilization, in speed, out alert, what's the current status, all of that can be instantly generated and will be made visible to you to get a quick understanding about the device. And let's say you want to be notified about traffic related details. The drill is just the same as we mentioned in the last session. So go to the settings, and here under notifications, we have notification template. And as said, here we have one particular NetFlow notification template, for example. And here we have the configuration from what email, the message, and all that. And we also have NetFlow specific reports here. So under the NetFlow tab, we have capacity planning, protocol inventory, geolocation, billing forecast, net speed tracker, all of that. So now let's move to the next add-on, which is config management, network configuration management. So OpManager's network configuration management module helps manage configuration, change, and compliance across your network infrastructure. So to add a device to the configuration module, you will need the SSH or the telnet credentials to get the device discovered. And the license is based on the number of devices for which you want to manage configuration, change, and compliance. So let's get back to the UI. Here, here we can get a quick overview, captures all the configuration changes made in your network. It is challenging to manually track every change made in an organization, as there are many network devices and configuration files. So MCM add-on gives you complete visibility on all the configuration changes and helps you identify any anomalous behavior or unwanted changes. So here, under the config tab, we have all the devices. Let's drill down to one particular device. Here we can see the IP address, the device name, the credential status, the configuration changes that have been made over time, particular timeline. So captured on the version, changed by whom, the particular user, what type of configuration, and the change type. We can see here that all of the changes so far have been unauthorized changes. And on the right, we have the device system information as well. And when we go to the firmware vulnerabilities tab, this helps you with firmware vulnerability tracking by displaying the devices in your environment that are vulnerable to firmware issues based on common vulnerability database. So here, so if we drill down to any device within this configuration tab, you can get this firmware vulnerability list populated before you. And it will have the CV ID, the vulnerability type, the base score, and what severity this particular firmware vulnerability is falling into, all of that. And the next major feature, just a second. Yeah. Yeah. So the next major feature in the NCM module is that it allows you to take configuration backups. So let's say your network goes down due to a faulty configuration. So with this configuration backup feature, you can immediately revert to a backed up version and have your network up and running within minutes. For that, let's go to the here. And once you click on the three dot button, here we have the backup option. And while talking about backup, it is also essential to talk about reverting the configuration changes. So when taking backup, you can assign a configuration version as a baseline too. Now let's assume that you have lost all data. If you want to revert the changes, you would want to go for the most stable or optimal configurations, right? So if you had assigned a version of change as baseline, you can easily revert to it. So what is this baseline version? And this baseline version is the most stable configuration version of your network, for your network. So you can enable this by clicking on, let's say, okay. Here, let's click on one of the device again, three dot button, and here we have upload configuration. And here we can see the version of configurations that are available. You can go for the most stable version of configuration that you think is best. And furthermore, you can also enable change detection. So once you click on this, enable change detection, here, enable this, enter the pertinent details like vendor name. And once you make that, then all the changes will be. So whenever someone logs into a particular network device and make any changes and then logs out, their configuration file will be automatically backed up by NCM module. So in this way, you can compare and locate the changes made to the configuration. And another important feature that will help you to analyze your network better is comparing the existing and previous version of configurations. So again, let's look at device here. Let's drill down to its details. And here we have the running config and startup config. Let's click on this. Yeah, here we can see the diff view, different configuration differences, difference with baseline. Let's click on this. So let's check. So as of now, we can see only one particular line of difference that being displayed here. So if we check the color coding here, there is the newly added, which will be displayed in a green color, the one that is modified and that is deleted. So for, let's say, if it was another device with a wider set of configuration changes, the whole screen will be populated with pertinent colors, and you will be easily able to understand what are the changes, modifications, and deletions that have happened in terms of configurations within a particular device. Let's see if one second. Under network, traffic management. Let's see if a view can. Yeah, so this is obviously a bigger set of changes that are made visible here. So here we can easily make out what modifications have been made, what have been added. No deletions here, so we are not able to see it here. But if any deletions were made, they would be marked in red. You can also check the compliance of the network devices and ensure that your devices are working within the standards. This includes policies like Cisco iOS policy, CIS Cisco ASA policy, HIPAA policy, SOX policy, etc. So based on the standards followed in your own organization, you can also create your own custom compliance policies in NCM. So the Firewall Log Analysis add-on in OpManager helps you monitor your firewall logs, firewall rules, configuration, backup, and compliance. So it is primarily a reporting tool that allows you to monitor and ensure network security. So how can you add your firewall devices to OpManager for monitoring? Well, you have to forward syslogs from your firewall devices to OpManager's default syslog listener port 1514 UDP, and the device will get added automatically. So let's go to the UI and see this cursor. So here, let's go to network, and here to the, yeah, Firewall Log Analysis tab. And here we can see all the devices, the vendor, speed, SNMP, all that. Let's drill down to Cisco ASA. So here we have the device snapshot page. So basic device summary, you'll be able to see the traffic and the in and out traffic of that. Once you click on bandwidth tab, here you'll be able to see the live in and out traffic. You can see that here, traffic in, traffic out, what's the max speed, average speed, and you'll be able to change the graph as well. So here we can make these changes. Let's click on top 10. And here we have details of top 10 hosts and destination devices, protocols if you have created any, and details of internal server and external sites. And once we click on sites, we have the you'll be able to see the details of allowed and denied websites. Say you run an organization and I wanted to restrict access to social media during working hours. So I can block those websites and see those details here. Here, URL hits. We get a quick breakdown of it as well. The denied websites, if there are any, they'll be populated under this tab. And next, VPN. So what are the active VPN users, VPN sessions that have happened, the top VPN traffic, the duration hits. We get all the details. This VPN is a very handy set of information that you can obtain because especially in this post-pandemic era where most of our workforce is working remotely, and so this has made VPN an essential one. So you can track what are the devices that are accessing your VPN facility to connect to the office network. And under Rules tab, here you can define rules for security purposes and you can view them. So what are the top allowed rules? What are the rules that are unused? So here under the unused rules, denied rules, all of that. So how can you create these rules in the first place? So let's see that here. Go to settings and under add-ons, click on firewall. And here we have syslog server, device grouping, credential profile, all of that. Let's click on device rule. You can see already set, already set of created set of device rules. Once you click on add, click on the device, fetch through what medium, credential profile, protocol, enter all these details and validate and create. So as we were saying, all your framed rules will be visible under. So let's go to reports here. Under firewall, we have policy optimization report. So here we will get a full overview of all the rules that have been created, policy and anomaly, all of that, rule suggestions. So this helps security admins to fine tune the overly permissive rules of firewalls by learning the actual traffic. So this is a suggestion tool, policy fine tuning, object usage. So let's understand the categories that are mentioned here: redundancy, generalization, correlation, shadow, grouping. So this allows you to identify various anomalies within the network. So shadow anomaly. So if a rule matches all the packets as the subsequent one, and the subsequent rule performs different actions than the former one, then the subsequent rule is said to be a shadowed rule. Remove this rule will not affect the security policy put in place. And redundant anomaly is all about if a rule matches all the packets as a subsequent one, and the subsequent rule performs the same actions that the former one does, so then the subsequent rule is said to be a shadowed rule. Once again, removing this rule will not affect the security policy put in place. So shadow and redundancy anomaly are almost common. The only difference between the two is that in shadow anomaly, actions differ, whereas in redundancy, it doesn't. So here we have correlation anomaly as well. So if the first rule matches all the packets that the second rule matches, but the second rule does not match all the packets that the first rule does, it is known as a generalization anomaly. So here, policy optimization. And under policy fine-tuning, we can generate reports for that. It's a summary of all the overly permissive firewall rules that can be optimized. Now let's move to OpUdal's module, that is IP management. So tracking and managing IP addresses, tracing the devices connected to a particular switch port, and the number of ports left unoccupied are challenging tasks when it comes to daily network management. So using spreadsheets or a separate tool to manage these, all of that takes a lot of time, and it only adds even more complexity. So OpManager's IPAM and SPM add-on brings you an integrated and centralized console for IP address management and switch port mapping. So this add-on has over 20 tools, which helps you perform network monitoring tasks like detecting rogue device intrusion, keeping bandwidth usage in check, monitoring the availability of critical devices, and backing up Cisco configuration files. So let's see that in the UI. So here, let's go to settings, and under the discovery tab, here we have the discovery settings. And here we have to enable IPAM. It's already enabled, as you can see here. And switches and subnets discovered will be added to the OpUdal's add-on. So once discovered, the device will be visible under, let's go to network. And here we have IP management tab. So we can see all the devices under the IPAM module. And to add new IPs to the network, we have the add subnet option here. So subnet address, name, size, usage, status. Once you click on add subnet, we can add a completely new subnet to the inventory. And let's have a look at switch port mapper as well. So here we have all the switches. So let's click on one. So we have the device snapshots. So here we have the full summary of the particular switch, used ports, transition ports, available ports, all of that. And under the ports tab, you can get details of the ports and the full port view. Ports that are available and are unavailable in the form of visual representation. And then now let's get back to the module again. And here we have rogue detection tab. This gives you a full detail about the rogue IPs that have been detected in your network. And again, we do have dedicated set of reports as well. So here under OpUdal's tab, we have all the reports that are available: unused IP addresses, voice type reports, switches by usage, key requests, all of that. Now let's get back to the presentation and talk about Applications Manager. So this is the last module we are going to talk about. So this is a plugin, which means you'll have to download and install a separate exe file. This module helps you monitor a heterogeneous set of applications across physical, virtual, and cloud environments, and helps you deliver a smooth end user experience. So let's go to Manager, and under the Applications tab, I think we'll try out. So under Monitor, here we'll be able to see all the list of monitors that are available. You can monitor your application, servers, services, database servers, web services, servers, APM. Also supports your virtual environment, and we also monitor cloud applications here. So virtualization set of monitors are also here. And we also monitor cloud applications like Amazon, Google, Oracle, and Microsoft platforms. So now let me show you a particular monitor. So let's go to database server tab, and here we have click on MS SQL. Here we have the particular set of devices under different tabs: performance, let's view availability. Let's dive in, clicking on this. And here we will be able to see details of the queries. We can break it down to performance, average CPU time, total, the queries that are coming in that are eating away your CPU resources. So this can be very handy and crucial. This can help you optimize your application management. And next, under the APM tab, the APM index, and here you see something called the AppDex score. So the higher the score, the better the performance. So it is also color coded for better understanding. So here we can see the variations in color, while the better scoring ones are largely in green. We can also check the user experience. So let's click on this. This shows the details of the services that are running on your end users devices, like the mail server or LDAP server. So let's click on mail server. And here we'll be able to see details of the performance of the mail server, availability history for the last 6 hours, or you can keep a close eye on what is the response time, notice any lags or anomalies, if any, in terms of performance. And furthermore, you have the alarms tab to help you notify with alerts associated with applications. So this is extremely crucial for businesses of all modern businesses, because application is the face of the business, the websites, the web services, all of that. So any disruption or lag in application service delivery can really affect the reputation and the financially also. So let's get back to the presentation. And let's talk about integrations. So an important criteria when it comes to selecting a good monitoring tool is to check whether the tool can easily integrate with other applications, so that users don't have to buy tools separately for each purpose. And if you're looking for this particular aspect, then I'm happy to say that OpManager will fulfill that for you. You can extend the scope of OpManager's monitoring capabilities by seamlessly integrating it with other ManageEngine applications and tons of third-party tools. With integrations, you can make your IT strategy holistic, smart, and simple. So this is a quick breakdown of all the integration options that we offer. So we have ServiceNow webhooks, MS Teams, Service Desk Plus, Slack, Jira, Alarms One, all of that. So let's go to custom integrations now. So with custom integrations, you can now integrate third-party apps to OpManager through REST APIs and webhooks. You can select from event management chats or incident management tools to be integrated with, and use the event or incident ID in the case of the first two to fetch the case and set up a notification profile to receive alerts from OpManager. Integration with ITSM. Let's talk about some of the desk applications that you can integrate with OpManager. So now OpManager raises alarms whenever something goes wrong in your network. So by integrating with desk applications, you can raise these alarms as tickets in your desk apps. And this ticket will be assigned to a technician to resolve the fault. And that means you can raise alarms as tickets in desk applications directly using the sync option. And when you sync, all alarm data is automatically converted as tickets in the desk app. So using this option, you can also sync all the assets from OpManager to SDP or ServiceNow for easy asset management. This is particularly useful for managing your assets. So in your organization, you'll have constant requirements for different assets. For example, an employee may suddenly need a new monitor or a laptop. So you can understand the total devices available and manage them and allocate it to the particular concerned person or the team. So let's see this again. Let's go to the UI. And here, settings. We have the general settings tab. And here we have third-party integrations. We have all the available integration options here. Click on configure. We are here in the configuration window. Here we can enter all the details, technician key, what to do if alert, the ticket is raised, create a new ticket or reopen, CMDB settings, all of that. Now let's talk about CMDB and relationship mapping. So you can use OpManager's relationship mapping feature from CMDB to get an idea of all the assets in your organization and see how they are interconnected throughout. So this relationship will visually be demonstrated in OpManager as well. You can see here. And now let's also talk about Slack, Analytics Plus, and Alarms One integration. So OpManager can also be integrated with communication tools like Slack. So when it comes to Slack, alarms in OpManager will be logged as messages in your Slack app, and you can straight away discuss with your teammates on possible course of action. With Analytics Plus, this helps you unify data from multiple applications or monitoring tools and provide you with in-depth analysis and automated insights for faster decisions. You can also visualize data using different chart types and predefined templates. You can drill down to specific metrics to pinpoint areas that need improvement. And finally, we have the Alarms One integration, basically an consolidation tool. It consolidates all your IT alerts and intelligently groups them based on host, network, device, application, database, and more. It gives deeper visibility into each alert to help you minimize downtime and maximize performance. So you can, in Alarms One, you can group alarms based on severity, category, etc. You can create filters, classify alerts. You can get rid of redundant alerts so that there is no alarm sprawl, if we can call it, and basically manage your alarms to perfection. So we also have OpManager also has a mobile application. So with OpManager mobile application, you can gain visibility into your IT infrastructure. It's no more restricted to just the desk anymore. You can monitor your IT in real time. Even if you're on the move, if you're on a meeting or you're commuting, you're taking a break. Some of the key highlights are you can monitor your entire IT infrastructure anywhere, anytime. You can notifications on network device availability and performance. You can know the status of business critical servers with custom push notifications, and you can even remotely troubleshoot with ping, traceroute, SNMP ping tools, and much more. Our OpManager mobile application is available in Play Store for Android mobiles and App Store for Apple devices. With that, let's have a quick look at the questions, the commonly asked questions. First one being, where should I check for the online demos for these add-ons? So now if you want to try all our products, you can use our demo version of OpManager Plus. We in fact have used OpManager Plus for this presentation itself. This has all the add-on functionalities. The link to this demo has been posted on the webinar chat panel. The next question is, can I have only few add-ons enabled? Yes, you can. go to the product. We saw that here in the displayed modules. You can deselect and just go for the required modules and save. And that will be the setting that you go with. So let's get back. Next question is how to purchase the required add-ons. You can go to store.opmanager.com, store.opmanager.com in your browser and choose the required module. The link is also posted in the webinar chat panel. Next question is, where can I learn about all these add-ons? So we have this free training session, of course, but similar to OpManager's free training session, we also conduct free training session for all our products under the item suite. We've gone through all the products at the beginning that fall under the umbrella. So you can attend these training sessions. Please check your webinar chat panel for the link to register for other product training sessions as well for free. And you can use this link and register for the upcoming webinars, attend them, and learn in depth about all the add-ons and products. Do you support integration with Service Desk Plus on cloud? Yes, we support both on-premise edition and cloud edition. So let's see this in the UI. So under settings, let's go to general settings. Here we have third-party integration. We see the Service Desk Plus Cloud tab here. Click on configuration, and the link has been shared in the webinar chat panel. We've given a detailed explanation of this in our help page as well, and you can use the same. But before we move on, I request all of you to please take a moment and participate in the polls and let us know the feedback about this session. So we have listed our solutions in review platforms like Gartner, Peer Insights, and Capterra. We encourage customers to review us on these platforms, review our solutions, and win an Amazon gift card. If you want to learn more in detail about OpManager, you can sign up for the certification and become an OpManager associate. The bonus is that for all the participants who attend all the 4 sessions without fail, we will grant you access to the certification program, which is worth $49 for free. Once you pass the certification test, you will be awarded with OpManager associate level certificate. You can find more video resources of OpManager's feature in our YouTube channel. That is OpManager Tech Videos. Please subscribe to the channel if you do not want to miss all the latest videos on the product. You can learn more on how to use our products from our help page as well. You can see that here, help.opmanager.com. Please use the link given. And we also have ManageEngine Pit Stop, which is basically an online forum. You can let us know about your opinions and query regarding the product. And if you need more hands-on help, you can reach out to us via email. The email ID is given here, OpManager Support. And we also have a Reddit page where we post product-related update for all our item suite of products. Please follow us on Reddit and never miss an update. We're also present on LinkedIn. We constantly share thought leadership, exclusive insights on the state of item and where it's headed, the events that are happening. So to learn more about upcoming events, and you can also interact and stay up to date with latest product updates and enhancement, you can learn more about customer stories and insights. So stay in touch with us on LinkedIn. Give us a follow. So with that, we come to an end of the session. Thank you for attending the session, and I hope the objective of the whole training session is, once again, I thank you all for patiently listening.